morning and welcome back to Cold Waters. I'm Captain Numpty. I'll show you my boat in just a second, but first things first. Today I'm going to attempt to demonstrate how you can survive contact with one of these pretty modern Soviet submarines. We're going to be facing either a Typhoon, or an Oscar, or a Sierra, and I don't think one of each. And we're going to be in a Skipjack. So I mean, what could possibly go wrong? I'm going to be outclassed in just about every respect. These boats are going to be probably faster, able to dive deeper, have give or take equivalent weaponry. I'd say the Mark 48 is better than the USET-80, but they're both wire guided. They're going to have better sensors. And in the case of the Typhoon, and I think the Oscar sometimes, it might take more than one hit to take care of the enemy. So, without further ado, let's jump in and see what happens. First things first, let's get myself in a Skipjack. There we go. We're in the Snook, or Snook, SSN 592. Right, let's hit it.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 177, designated Sierra 1.
No.
Depth 4-5 feet, dive high.
I'm going to attempt not
Rig
to
shift
talk
for ultra quiet.
over the crew. Actually, I think I want to get some mosses ready.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 182, designated Sierra 3.
And because I know that
Con sonar, new contact bearing 178, designated Sierra 4.
there's only one
Con sonar, new contact bearing 2.
Seriously?
0, designated Sierra 5.
Okay, crew have stopped talking. Because I know that there's only going to be one submerged contact, although I'm doubting that now because look at the number of contacts I've got on sonar. I'm going to head to periscope depth and just...
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
run a sensor sweep. So I usually blue whales come in pairs. So I don't know if there's this. And I'm not going to use the F2 view to determine if it's a submerged contact or not.
Torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
I think what I'll do is
Let's go.
do this. Okay, brilliant. We've actually found the Typhoon almost immediately.
Con sonar, Master 3 is classified as merchant.
Well, that's good.
Con, dive at 4-5 feet, dive high.
I mean, kind of, right? So, first thing I did there was I just loaded up a couple of mosses to replace the torpedoes. There's a good chance I'm going to need to be defensive.
Downscope.
And here's the reason why. He has got SSN-16s. That's a standoff anti-submarine warfare missile. Those things are nasty for a couple of reasons. I mean, one, because it's standoff. So whatever the range is, he can launch one at me. And two, it's very likely, if he detects me, to drop one of those behind me and fire at me from the front with the USET-80. Now, the SSN-16, or the
Con, torpedo room, tube 6 ready.
UGMT homing torpedo, it is a light torpedo. It doesn't have a particularly big warhead. I might survive a hit, I might not.
Rig shift for ultra quiet.
But it has a fairly limited range, and that's very useful.
Come right to 180,
See,
helm
500
aye.
feet, okay. So that itself is useful. USET-80, however, is not. It's a heavy torpedo, it's got a long range, and it is wire guided. So he can steer it just as well as I can steer mine. I'm surprised I got the bit of a drop.
100 feet.
Bit of a drop on this guy, but I suspect he's going to detect me pretty soon.
Con, helm, steady course.
Okay, he's doing 11 knots to be fair. That's probably
Passing 200 feet.
a bit unfair of a boomer. He'd be doing 5 knots, give or take. Get myself to
Make depth 600 feet. Dive I.
get myself to 600 feet, and so I get a pretty good sensor reading on this guy. He is not quite going to be able to detect me, but he's got good sensors on that boat too. So I think I want to turn away from him. I'm going to point my nose more sort of southeast, south-southeast as opposed to south. I don't think this is probably not going to help that much because it will put my screw to be visible to him, but it keeps the distance a little bit separated. And the size of this thing. Oh, he's cavitating. That's not good. Does that mean he's detected me, or is he just flexing? Yeah, big submarine. And count how many torpedo tubes he's got. He's only got 6 on the front, but does he have some on the side as well? Maybe not. Either way, this is not a fun ship to my goodness me. Not a fun boat to engage.
195, helm I.
And there's that blue whale that's right kicking around next to him. That's not great. Goodness me, this is just too big a target. I don't really want to let it get away from me. I'm fully aware that as soon as I fire on this guy, he's gonna go crazy, fire back at me. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna crank it west, more
Come right to 276.
west northwest,
Helm I.
and I'm gonna get my speed up to 15. He's definitely gonna detect me. That's okay.
15 knots. Maneuvering I.
There he goes. So it's gonna detect me now.
24. Aye, sir.
I'm gonna make these 2 torpedoes.
Make con sonar. Launch transient
Live.
from Sierra 1.
So one's
Con sonar. Launch
live
transient
immediately.
from Sierra
Yep.
1.
Not gonna send them.
Sonar. Launch transient from Sierra
Wow.
1. Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1.
Okay. So that was busy. Let's get
Make
my
turn
speed on.
for 30 knots.
Yep, we
Maneuvering
lost
I.
the wire.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 4. Last bearing 182. Contact faded.
So I fired 2, and he fired I think 3. I can't really tell at this point how many he fired. Let's take a look. Can I tell from here? He fired 4, and he actually fired them. Yeah, in the direction that I'm going in. Okay, I'm going to change course. What's his speed at? 20 knots. So he may well be trying to wire guide these things. So this is what I'm thinking. He knows pretty much.
Sonar lost contact.
Dang it.
Sierra 1. Last bearing 189. Contact
He
is in the baffle. Come
pretty
right
much
to
knows where I am.
096. Helm I. Con helm. Steady course.
Okay. He find his torpedoes to be here, so they would intercept with me, and I've just changed course. Now, this doesn't mean that these
Con
torpedoes are
sonar. Noisemaker bearing 193.
gonna miss, because if they're still
Maneuvering. Making turns for 30 knots.
if he's still wire guiding these, he can turn them towards me. But I think I may have just dodged a bullet, or more precisely, 4 bullets. Maybe this would have been fair if it'd been against an attack boat as opposed to a boomer. Well, maybe next time. I'm pretty much blind. I actually can tell where he is. He is right here. But I'm not able to really see much at all. So I guess we're gonna
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
run ultra quiet. Get my speed down to 5 knots. See if we can take a look, or a listen to be more precise.
Con sonar. Make turns for 5
Alright,
knots.
look at that.
Maneuvering I.
4 torpedoes are...
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2
Yeah.
bearing 1.
Now I suddenly
Make
realize that
turns for 30 knots. Maneuvering I.
Now I remember that those torpedoes have a 3,000 yard detection range. So, and mine have got a 4,000 yard detection range, and that means I'm still in danger.
Torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
The closest torpedo to me is about
helm, steady course.
is about 2,500 yards, so he could still detect me. I'm turning a bit more towards it to try and close the distance. It will still turn towards me, but assuming it's not going to circle, there's a chance that it will detect me if I'm not. I really want to be further south than I am. Right now I want to put a bit more closure. I'm just over 2,000 yards.
Sonar, noisemaker, bearing 219.
What I mean is, if this thing starts to swing, which I think it just did, it's going to angle to about here, and it may detect me. I'm at danger here. This might not work. It might turn towards me and detect me.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Let's run ultra quiet.
Back emergency, maneuvering eye.
Speed. Kill my speed. Kill my speed. Okay.
Make turns for 5 knots.
Oh, that's interesting.
So maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Okay. One is circling, and he's 4,000 yards away. So I
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 227.
took the right decision to put a bit of separation heading east. But it's like I've done this before. I've been sunk before. Okay, so that helped. Now he may yet still fire upon me. He's using active sonar, and he will be able to detect me.
179, helm eye.
Fire another one. Yeah, I think I do. I really need to kill this guy, because he is very nasty.
Shoot 4. Aye, sir.
Have another one, Ivan. Enjoy. Now, I don't know how much these torpedoes cost, but if I'm going to spend 3 to kill a Typhoon, it doesn't seem...
Sonar, noisemaker, bearing 232.
It may not seem like the best investment, but let's not forget he's carrying nukes. And those nukes will destroy cities. I'm going to try and sandwich him by sending this torpedo more to the north. He's got one tracking him from the south. There's another one, another Mark 48 somewhere, but I don't detect it. Unless it already got him. In which case, this one here might sink him. It's moving at 26 knots, so he might be damaged. This thing seems to be tracking him. It's tracking something, that's for sure. Now, what is this? Is this towards me?
Sonar, noisemaker, bearing 235.
Yeah, I'm...
Con, helm, steady course.
I think he's damaged. In which case, one torpedo already got him, which is great. Come on. Come on. I wanna see him. I wanna see him. Is he hit? Well, he is bad to be hit. Well, maybe he was hit, but he's taken a second one. Well, that's a new hole for you there, son. Enjoy. And now for the coup de grace. Oh, that might be my Mark 48. Huh. If it is, I am way too close. No, that's definitely Russian. Okay.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 241.
So I don't actually know where my my torpedo went, but I do know that this one has got Ivan in mind. I'm gonna make his sonar active.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
There we go. Well, this might be a little easier than I thought. And I'm not that proficient a captain or a commander, so I think I just got lucky here, detecting him right off the bat. Maybe if this had been a Sierra class, like the one that another video I attempted to make. Actually, to be fair, I'm not always that terrible. Oh, hello. His torpedo's tracking him too. He's strayed too close to your own weapons, sir. That's rather unfortunate for you. This is gonna sting.
Con sonar, noisemaker,
There he
bearing
is.
246.
So, if you're in the the Typhoon right now, what do? I mean, you dropped a noisemaker. There we go. Do you dive? I mean, your hull's damaged.
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
So yes, you probably do want to dive, but do you run? Maybe you're trying, but you can only do 21 knots. What's its top speed? What's its estimated top speed anyway? I don't think we would know what the top speed of these things are. 26. Oh, well, maybe you are doing full speed then. Well, I want to say that this is a foregone conclusion at this point, what actually happens, but it really isn't, because anything could.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 252.
Oh, he's diving. He ducked out of the way there. I'm turning my Mark 48 towards the bad guy.
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
Oh, here we go. His torpedo circled back on him. There he goes. Indeed. Right, well that's what you get. What you get for trying to nuke us. And let's see if my number 3 torpedo, just to add insult, we can get him with the third one. So I think he's dead at this point. He has 2 holes in the side of his boat. Let's make it 3.
Con sonar, noisemaker.
Oh no,
bearing
he's actually alive.
7.
He was still alive till number 3 impacted. Right, well, it looks like that's how you survive an engagement with a Russian boomer. I did get lucky there. I don't think that was very fair. I pushed the boomer speed to 5 knots. But, hey, I got a victory. I'm going to take it. I'm happy with that. Thanks ever so much for watching. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.